I'm Dave.
And I'm Andrew, and we are the IB English Guys. And today we have another video in response to some questions we're getting about the resources we offer on our website, ibenglishguys.com. If you click on the Teachers tab, Mr. Giles, you'll see links to teacher moderation packs, assessment moderation packs. What can we say about those?
Yeah, these teacher moderation packs offer 5 student exemplars in detail, and they also offer examiner comments and feedback, and we think this will really help anchor teachers and students into the actual assessment and think deeply about the criteria and look at different responses.
Yeah, folks, this is in response to lots of people out there who have been a little bit disappointed with some of the samples floating around. We've just come off of examination sessions as team leaders. We can guarantee you that the mark scheme and scoring is correct on this work.
That's right. The first thing you'll notice in the guide, and this is the individual oral moderation pack that you'll see that there are steps and instructions for how to effectively use the pack. Why is that so important?
Well, Mr. Giles, we don't just want to jump right to the samples and listen. We need to spend some time with the extracts. We need to think about what we would say. We sort of have to internalize and come up with our own mark scheme before we can even listen to the recording. So there is a specific way to use the packet.
I think so. We're trying to train students and teachers how to be examiners and how to look at it. So you'll notice in this particular example, we have the literary extract the student has chosen so that you can read that and do some thinking yourself about what's there. And you'll also see the non-literary extract is linked there as well.
That's right. So once you've gone through that and thought about it yourself, then it's time to go ahead and you can listen to the recording. Of course, we'll have links to the full recording, including the teacher Q&A. And to make things convenient for you, we've also given you the entire transcript. And that transcript, as you can see, is fully time-stamped. And it's highlighted to show authorial choices and to really articulate those global issues. It's all there, and that'll match very clearly to the criteria.
Yeah, we love the transcript. We think it really helps to again, just to highlight what the student said, so then we can refer to that. So that's really helpful. You'll notice also the Q&A has also been transcribed. So again, you can think about the back and forth, and this might give some really good teaching tips.
Yeah, once you've gone through the I.O. and you've listened to the recording, you've heard the Q&A, then it's time for you to take a crack at the scoring. And we've also given you the written comments. So this is typically what you'd find in the feedback if you were to ask back for your I.O. scripts. This is very similar to what examiners do. This is the type of commenting we do when we examine.
Yeah, and a good way to moderate is, again, to do your own scoring before you're looking at our scores, and then think about how close are your scores to our scores. You'll also see that we have a discussion video where Andrew and I have gone through and we've talked about that particular sample and how that corresponds to each criteria.
Yeah, this is really helpful. A lot of tutors or teachers or students are out there alone trying to score work. Here you get to hear 2 very experienced examiners talking through the work and pinning it to certain numbers, and you'll understand why we've done that.
Yeah, we hope that's really helpful because, again, that's our kind of informal or formal discussion about what we saw in the text. You'll also notice that there's a table of contents in each pack. So you'll see that each response is bookmarked, so you can jump right to that response. We like table of contents in the Google Docs, so it just allows you to quickly go to where you need to go.
That's right. And just like in the I.O. moderation pack, the Paper 1 moderation pack will give you very explicit instructions of how to use the pack as well. And of course, maybe you want to use this as a mock exam. So we've given you the actual just clean assessment as it is. That's something you could use in your classroom, or you can practice alone as a student anytime you like.
Yeah, and then again, you'll also see that there's a mark scheme for that Paper 1 text where we've gone through and looked at the content of what's there, but also the form.
Yeah, and oftentimes you want to see the response, but you don't want it highlighted and scored yet. So we have given you clean responses for all 5 papers. So that's something you might want to use and try to highlight and assess yourself. If that proves a bit problematic for you, what else do we offer, Mr. Giles?
We also have gone through and we've highlighted the text using our highlighting protocol. We really like to light up student work because it allows us to sort of see what the student is doing. And so that, again, is highlighted for you. And we have, just like with the I.O., we have detailed examiner comments with scores.
And if you're not sick of us by then, which you probably should be, again, we have about a 10 to 15 minute comprehensive video where Dave and I, as examiners, we have a really robust discussion about the work, and we try to pin down the actual marks for each criteria. And I think this is actually really valuable for students, tutors, and teachers.
Yeah, this could be helpful for an English department that's getting together and moderating and wants to talk about things. This could be really helpful for students that really want to think about a different range of student responses so they can improve their work. Or again, like tutors could be taking advantages as well.
Yeah, folks, in the end, we just want to provide as many resources as we can on our choice board for you. So hopefully, you don't need to to belabor and look at Langford things. It's all here. We think it's really accessible. There's plenty of great information for you to learn and how to moderate and be confident with your assessments.
Okay, thanks, guys.